then suddenly is in every game.
Yeah. I think it's also not just like a hero thing, but just the meta as a whole. There's a lot of heroes good versus him, and then like the speed of the game is too fast for a lot of these illusion heroes to eventually reach that critical mass.
Absolutely. My favorite facet, the lasting presence, something that we have put a lot of focus on because this is one of those facets that when you do not respect it, it can massively backfire. Suddenly you're like, okay, well, I mean, it's a little bit of minus armor in fights, and then it goes from being like 7 AoE minus armor to like, I don't know, 20 out of nowhere. Just like a few heroes die, and you're just like, well, our whole team is dying. And it synergizes really well with this Pango pick more so than, you know, what I was theory crafting before, because this whole hero is physical damage. So when you consider that, like Rolling Thunder, Shield Crash, Swash, like these abilities get a lot more effective with the minus armor of the Shadow Fiend. So if you start to win the fight, you win the fight even harder.
Yeah, you got it's always like one source of negative armor is nice, but when you stack them is when they become really good. These are not the easiest, but you will have Blightstone and Lucky Shot. You'll have Little Shredder, which can lead to these, you know, you focus one target, get them killed real quick. That can be enough.
Ooh, that's going to be what looks like a dead Marcy. The raises do come out, but yeah, first blood for Rue here on this Hoodwink. As looks like they're going to aggressively block the bottom lane here as well. So they want to make sure this goes into the tower. Now, the question is, will the Luna make it in time to block the other wave? Yeah, it looks like he's got the space. And Snapfire not here quick enough. Full board can do a lot of damage, though. Okay. Nicely done. The wave will crash into the tower and should help them pull the lane back in their favor.
Hey, we'll have to be a little... Since Luna lost so much health, otherwise maybe you can like push for level 2, play aggressive, but missed enough health that you'll have to be a bit careful at least. Make sure you don't die while the lane's pushed up here. You have Clockwork, though. Clockwork should be able to protect Satanic until she's tangoed up. Pretty strong start for Spirit. First blood and 3 bounty runes. A lot of early gold.
One thing we see a lot of times out of the Snapfire Clockwork matchup is like the early point in Little Shredder, right? Where it's like cogs come out, you pop Little Shredder, eat 3 of the cogs pretty much immediately. Do you think we're going to be seeing that out of the Snapfire at level 2, or are they going to be maybe trying to play like more aggressively?
We might. The downside is it's like a counter, but it's also a little annoying because you have less freedom to use it. Because as soon as you use Little Shredder, Clockwork's going to look to play aggressive with power cogs. Oh, she's going to go for Cookie. To get a little bit of damage on Satanic, but it's close enough to the tower. He is. Wait, you got to be careful you don't get pulled under the tower like this.
You said it. Double hero pulled into cogs, and that's a kill for Miposhka. 2v1 just takes down that Snapfire and drops the salve on over to his carry. Really well played.
Yeah, you got to be really careful of going too far versus the Clockwork.
Oh, crystallize. Oh, great tree cut there. Actually stops the potential bushwhack play. And with that, Malik, he's trying his best here. A lot of armor, but the raise finally coming through. The triple raise. Ooh, nice fairy fire wand there coming out last second from Rue. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but a nice win here for the Shadow Fiend. Getting that permanent soul and a stack of lasting presence at least will help a little bit in the lane.
I don't know what to call it. It's like a temporary permanent soul. Do we have an English word for that? That he keeps it until death? The short form verb?
Nope. I'm not. I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist so that no one can correct me. All right.
Very English language of you. For now, despite some of that, I like the creep equilibrium ideas, but you're seeing some backfiring on like over-aggression, and Doom is struggling to start off. Looks like Crystallize might be struggling as well.
He does have the Lotus. He can try and... he doesn't pop it. All right.
There goes the temporary permanent soul.
Yeah. Well, that really hurts. Like, this is one of those things that like might be just a miscommunication thing. Like, your Marcy's pulling into a stacked camp, so there's almost no reason for the Shadow Fiend to be up there, and they just capitalize it. You need level 3 on the Marcy as well to be able to make those types of plays. And I think with this, they might be able to find the Primal Beast. She can go for the rebound. There's gonna be disposed. The raise. He needs one more auto attack. The slows. Is it enough? He's gonna maybe juke his way through the creep camps here, and he's out. Really nice bushwhack there from the Hoodwink.
Almost disposed to the low ground, and then wait, crystallize.
Oh, crystallize. Hello.
Surprise!
That's a really nice turnaround. Actually off the mark with the second raise, but it's gonna be a double kill. All right, back into the permanent temporary souls. I'm just gonna keep saying that because I don't know what else to call them. But 2 stacks of the presence aura as well, so an extra 4 minus armor in that lane right now.
He's just caught off guard. He was focused on running away from the Marcy. Didn't know his crystallize leave the lane and cut him off.
Nice cogs once again from Miposhka. You gotta pick and choose. You gotta get out of here. It's taken a while, but he finally does escape. Fortnite Man trying to stand his ground here as he forts the wave as well. That will push them back.
If it wasn't for those kills top, I would say Spirit's doing well in this early lane, but...
Oh, they're gonna need to cookie him immediately. He does make it out. Nicely done. Top lane crystallize in some trouble. Bushwhack's gonna connect only onto the Marcy. Malik's playing this super well.
Yeah, I think Onslaught actually pushed him out of the Bushwhack. Slightly unlucky there, but this is the scary thing. SF can poke you down, and the raises are scary as a melee hero, but having Trample and Onslaught, it's so much early damage that Shadow Fiend is weak to. And they're looking to bring Miposhka top. He even placed a ward, so they know exactly where this is. But the positioning's not great. Just gonna play it patiently.
Very good. Ooh, stolen invis. All right, that's quite a nice pickup. Top lane though, Malik gonna get pulled in, has the onslaught to gain some space. Oh, what a nice stun in from the Marcy. They're actually just catching him on the middle of the onslaught. He gets the Lotus. They're gonna run into Miposhka now, and Crystallize needs to be very, very careful. Does have Lotus as well, 17 wand charges, but the damage from the Clockwork, it's overwhelming. He's gonna try to finish off
battery assault.
It's gonna be close. He doesn't get it. He's now just using the creep wave to try and soak up as much damage with the supports. Finish them both off. The level 5 Clockwork now. He is owning this game.
This kills bottom, coming in top, helping out here. There's a lot of deaths going on up here. Goodbye, temporary permanent souls once again.
Yeah, I mean, those hurt a lot, right? He had 3. It ends up being a ton of extra damage and a lot more threat from this hero as the game goes on. But just super low on resources off of that initial tree bounce, trick shot, or whatever, I think is what it's called. The acorn shot from the Hoodwink.
I think Shadow Fiend accidentally walked into one cog as well. Maybe if he didn't do that, he might have gotten lucky and you get the kill on the Clockwork if the battery assault's hitting enough creeps. But either way, still at the top of the net worth, so not too bad.
Moonlight, maybe in some trouble here. You cannot go for the Rolling Thunder. He's just gonna bang the drums, knowing his life's over as Miposhka is just in every lane, shutting down the side of Palianytsia. As they get the D ward as well.
As a fresh observer as well, so start losing vision. For now, they're gonna rotate bottom where they do have one observer left, and decent sized creep wave with an SF here. Storm? It
feels good to take away the tower for sure. And this is kind of what I expected. Like, Doom eventually just pushes the Luna out of the lane. Oh, we're going to see another grab here. Amplify damage for the Storm means a freebie for Laurel. He's getting galvanized stacks fairly early here. And this is where Storm Spirit can become very oppressive to play against if you're behind an XP on these supports.
Also his own temporary permanent stacks.
True. Satanic has that Mask of Madness coming out.
They're set on giving up bottom, seeing if they can get top at least in response. They're just
like the
both
blade
teams
mail.
just avoiding each other, going for towers.
Yeah, it's like I think Palianytsia is like very afraid because of the clockwork right now. He is level 6, hook shot plus like a sharpshooter will kill pretty much anybody, which we might see happen in the bottom lane here. Miposhka connects onto the hook shot. In comes Rue, the sharpshooter to secure the kill. All right. I didn't mean to curse Fortnite Man there, but it happens. Part of the trade.
They're watching mid now. They're waiting for Miposhka to get in there. There's no hook shot though, so it will be hard to surprise the Pango, especially with a Snapfire behind him. Should be able to cookie away, build enough distance to get the roll off.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason it worked last time is he had just used Shield Crash and Swash, so he just walks in and gets him. Malik pulverized just immediately onto the Doom. The cookie on in. They drop the Doom of the Moan, and Rolling Thunder will easily secure this kill. So they were looking to try and find a backstab in the mid lane, but unfortunately for them, ends up costing them a life. And now Moonlight's actually in really deep. Bushwhack will connect the Sharpshooter and the Cogs, doing a lot of work. Shield Crash swashbuckles to the low ground, but the chase continues. Laurel's got a regen rune running. He's going to continue to chase more and more up onto the high ground. The cookie into the Unleashed, looking to maybe do some damage back the other way, but the Bushwhack again locks him down, and Laurel going to finish this fight with full HP and mana since this regen does not expire.
Seemed a little up front for the Primal Beast. I don't know if Doom just hit 6 and caught him off guard, but once he got doomed, he couldn't onslaught out of there. But then, I guess off that kill, they thought they were feeling more confident, moved up a little too far. Just give some kills in return, which, say for the Storm Spirit, is temporary permanent stacks. It's going up. He's up at 7 already.
7 galvanized is huge. Marcy's going to scout Clockwork here, which she's going to dispose him for the moment. Going to be stuck inside the Cogs. He's going to need some help from Moonlight. Does reconnect, but a Vortex comes in, and the Sharpshooter again to finish the job. Rue now on a killing spree.
Scouts Moonlight hiding in the trees.
These supports are doing so much work for the side of Spirit. They have won all 3 lanes as a result. They're going to get the mid tier 1 tower here. And Laurel is set up for victory. He is about to have his Kaya. There it is, after getting the tower last hit. An 11-minute Storm Spirit, or like 12-minute Kaya on a mid-storm. Double null tally treads. Like, this guy is so farmed.
Yeah, especially when you come, like, Luna's a little bit ahead of him, and she's just been AFK jungling. So the fact that he's been involved in kills and is farming, and he's second on net worth, it's a very scary Storm Spirit. And especially, like, you're going to need to Doom Storm at this point. It's not the easiest thing. Storm can stay really far back until he wants to join the fight.
You're going to need to make a lot of space for the Shadow Fiend at this point, because with how farmed heroes like this Clockwork, the Primal Beast, and the Storm Spirit are, he doesn't have a safe game anymore. Like, even though he was doing really well, top net worth early on, those couple of deaths have massively hurt him. And there's just like not a lot of heroes that can, you know, play. I mean, you'd have Rolling Thunder to like play in front of him in the fight, but you can only really choose one or like one, maybe 2 heroes of the Rolling Thunder to hold back.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe Spirit will clump up like 4 like we saw in our last game. There'll be some amazing wombo combo, but short of that, it does seem difficult. They're hunting around. They're trying to move into this triangle, place some deep wards. You just gotta know where SF is.
Dude, Miposhka is level 8. This is insane for a Clockwork. That is unbelievable.
I love Clockwork. It's like the perfect support.
Oh, maybe looking for Laurel here. Crystallize. He scouts him, sees him in the trees. Not going to get the Requiem surprise. As Miposhka dodges out the cookie. Hook shot off the mark. Oopsie indeed, but should end up dying here. Yeah, one more scatter blast comes out. That's a nice find. But Mortimer Kiss is down now. Is quite big. Laurel going to make a play here onto the Marcy with the help of the Hoodwink. Should be a kill. Just needs a couple more auto attacks, and he's got it. I mean, Pango dies solo mid.
Just eclipsed him.
He had Rolling Thunder. How does he die?
He had... Okay, so here's the sequence of events. He used it to farm to go in, but earlier when he got bumped by the cogs, he burned mana. He also used mana to kill Clockwork, so he didn't have enough to actually just roll out of there.
Wow. He just walks in, pops Eclipse. That is wild. That's such a massive kill for the Luna. Like, her game is already going really well. Satanic's just absolutely free farming. But to walk, get a solo kill onto the mid tower, like you get like the creep wave as well, and you just go back to farming, like you can see it in the XP now. Level 14.
Satanic. He's going to get a BKB next. If you can
it.
Doom Luna, it's kind of nice, but honestly, she still just throws out attacks. Like, if she can't get Eclipse off and get some extra damage from it, yeah, that's kind of your best bet on the Doom. But it's not a hero who's totally destroyed by Doom.
Really nice jump in, trying to find Malik here on this Primal Beast, and I think they have the damage, but a great bushwhack into the execute. They've got another kill, and Malik, the Doom will finish him off, but it's not without cost. Now Laurel here on this Storm Spirit will be able to make it up onto the high ground. They're still going to chase for more. Miposhka here to cut them off. The Clockwork just sacrificing himself 1 second to the cogs, but another great bushwhack coming through, and Satanic gonna join his team, look for an opening. The bonus night vision doing a lot of work here, but Marcy will be able to rebound away. Crystallize does have that does have the remnant on a Satanic, and a huge Mortimer Kisses to secure the kill. Hiding in the trees, biding his time. Really well played. As Palianytsia, they get 2 kills, or 3 kills, right, in exchange just for the Doom.
A very nice fight. Yeah, when you have the Luna, you assume you have the nighttime advantage in terms of vision, but they probably thought SF had just ran away, but he was actually hiding behind the trees for a really nice Requiem surprise.
It's a really good way to break the fight here on the Clockwork, delay the death a little bit. Dude, just look at this Hoodwink's damage. That is wild. Oh, we're going to go back into live right away as they've caught the Snapfire, but that's a lot of damage in for the Shadow Fiend, but there it is. Miposhka finds his target, and good night, Shadow Fiend. It's up to Moonlight to try and clean things up. Goes in, nice shield crash as well. Tries to go for the Rolling Thunder, but caught out once again by Rue. Moonlight needs some space. He's got to run. It's just too much damage from Laurel. The Arcane Rune almost helps secure the kill, but now pulled back in from the Marcy. The unleashed damage, it's a lot. The swashbuckle in to secure the kill, and another bushwhack, almost a pull him act, but it's gonna be all Marcy. Does she finish off Miposhka? That's a big one. Turns back in. What a sick rebound! No way! All right, Krekker absolutely owned this fight. Ends up being a massive win for them. What a sick series of plays.
Can't ignore the Marcy for too long. It does start with the supports being found, but it actually kind of takes a while. It just, I guess, split attention.
He sharpshooter, yeah.
Yeah, so you do end up finding Crystallize, which is very nice. Make sure you remove any of those temporary permanent souls. Kill the carry, of course, and Luna is farming in this time, so that's like a little bit of a scary thing for Palianytsia. But the fact that Marcy, very kill-dependent support, the fact that she's able to find so much, dispose when Laurel had ran out of mana, just free to just punch people to death, that salvages her game.
Oh, yeah. The fact that the Pango lived for all of it, too, right? Like, he gets so much experience and gold back into this game. He has now, he's almost done with Axe. Like, he's 1,100 gold away from an Aghanim Scepter after being pretty heavily behind only a few minutes ago. Now, it is still a 5,000 gold advantage. Like, there was no Luna in this fight, right? So Satanic is still pulling away, but this does give some signs of hope here for Palianytsia, as the Pango will have a lot more, you know, presence in these team fights once that Aghanim Scepter is out.
Luna is going to hit 18 and have BKB pretty soon. that's a really strong timing. Might be able to just start forcing some objectives off of that. Maybe just wait for that. See if any other big items are close. Storm's about halfway to his own BKB. Primal Beast is also about 1,000 off from his BKB. So really nice timings coming up. You can start to ignore Pango roll, even like Requiem. A lot of the team fight from Palianytsia is these spells. So if you can get these BKBs lined up, it should be really strong for at least the first few charges of the BKB.
Yeah. Crystallize almost has his BKB too, so his is about, I would say, like a few, like 600 gold away. They do have a nice ward bottom here to maybe try and go for the dive to him at the ancient camp. They just don't see him quite yet. They know he wants to come to vend this tower, but he's guessing. He's like, guys, I'll bait, get behind me. Like they want to dive me type of thing, right? So he's trying to show for a moment. Fortnite man instead jumps in, gets a stomp, and the Doom's out onto the Storm Spirit. Nice Manta for a moment. The cookie on in. They got him. Mortimer Kisses trying to scout for the Hoodwink. They won't find Rue quite yet, but they're going to keep looking. Looks like they will escape on the Hoodwink, but a patient play here from Spirit trying to find.
I think
this Shadow Fiend ends up backfiring quite a bit.
Go, Roche. Go, go, go.
I mean, it's coming bottom in just a second, right?
Yeah, maybe you wait for it here.
Ooh, they have a deep ward. Deep ward topside that's going to scout Miposhka, who had walked down this lane. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. It's on to Satanic. He immediately BKBs. Malik's going to come in as well, but the damage takes down the Doom. Look at Satanic. He's just getting ran at from the unleash of this Marcy, and he dies. Atos out from Rue to try and make some space. His Snapfire is looking for more. Slowing up Miposhka. Dodges the bushwhack there. Nicely done. They jump in on Krekker. He gets another grab. In comes Crystallize with a nice Requiem. Pushbacks the Primal Beast, but Moonlight, he's helped. He gets cookied away to safety. A little bit of space, but Laurel's going to continue the chase. Swasp down to the low ground as Crystallize still in the center of the fight here on the Shadow Fiend, but started to fall. A great rebound. Krekker gets the kill. You are kidding me. This Marcy is doing so much work.
I think Spirit could have just left after the BKB on Luna, but they thought they could fight. So she spends a lot of it backing up. I think we're going to see here. Yeah. So a lot of her BKB is just spent getting back to her team, pops the Eclipse, but the SF hits really hard and she's just got to run again. Maybe they thought Crystallize wasn't going to be in this fight.
Dude, she had negative 21 armor. Minus, or not negative, but she had minus 21 armor at the end of that fight. That is what I was talking about. Like the abilities for this Pango and the Little Shredder, like all these different things that combine on their team. Like as these fights start to snowball, it gets really scary. We'll see Laurel just get bonked again.
Back into real time. Roche is happening. They got a little scared actually, so they're gonna smoke and reposition. I think they actually could have just finished it, but maybe not fully sure where everyone is. They want to play it safe.
Breaks the smoke. Rolling Thunder's available. Blink does get canceled for a moment. He's going to go in now as Doom comes in, finds the target. It's going to be a really easy pickup onto this Primal Beast. The question is, will they get more? And with Moonlight on the Rolling Thunder, absolutely. They start to just crumble as a Swasp comes in, finishes the job, and now Miposhka, you got to be careful, man. They can continue to chase. Nice fort to maybe threaten them a little bit. They're going to back off for the moment. Satanic on the backside, on the high ground here with that BKB Eclipse.
He's got it.
This could be a great surprise. Oh, he just blinks up, and now there it is. Onto the Snapfire, gets the kill. Satanic with a BKB, trying to finish off Moonlight.
Where are the others?
He's got him, double kill, but now he's all alone. He needs help. The Crystallized Shadow Fiend is just stacking up the damage. He's got him. Krekker's going to go down to the backside as Laurel will finish the job. 2 stacks of the Lasting Presence for now, as the teams are going to be respawning. Hookshot comes in. He connects onto Roche, and he will trap Crystallize as he turns it around. He's got to clean up these cogs, trying to get some space, but a nice bushwhack. Wait, the cogs actually breaks the bushwhack. Jump in from Laurel. Will go ahead and hold down the Shadow Fiend, but in comes Fortnite Man. Doesn't quite connect on the stop, but the chase continues. Malik is here, and they've got him. Crystallize goes down. Great chase out from the Storm Spirit and Miposhka here.
They're gonna try Roche. With Luna being dead, this is kind of tough.
What a sick play from Satanic.
Fortnite man with the blink over kind of threw them off a little bit on this. Otherwise, it's much easier to get the glaive bounces and the eclipse. And I thought the rest of the team, I guess they were still trying to refill resources maybe, but they do end up coming in. It does cost Satanic his life, but you defend the Roche, and actually they were able to secure it easily enough and stick it on that storm. So now he can fully zip in, no worries if he gets doomed.
That's one of those like sacrificial deaths that is absolutely massive for your team's game, because like you said, the Aegis now on to Laurel, but you still managed to get the kill onto Crystallize after a fight where he was starting to kind of snowball a little bit. So you kind of take away anything he got from it, and it ends up working out really well. So Butterfly next in queue here for Satanic, which will do wonders this game. Man, Vamp Fangs on Luna is so sick.
That's one that's got to go. It's time for a neutral swap out. Get out of
Jesus. Dude, when it's nighttime in 10 seconds, her vision is going to be insane. Oh,
I needed to see Palianytsia coming in.
Oh, they're going to be able to find the Snapfire here on the backside. Sharpshooter will grab an easy kill, as Palianytsia will just disengage.
These Luna illusions actually see beyond the screen.
Yeah, I was going to say, how much vision does she have right now? It's almost 2,000 or something, right? Yeah, that is ridiculous. One of those items that you got to remember. It pairs really well with heroes like Luna, who have that bonus night vision. Meanwhile, Doom's like, you can't even see the creep wave.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Spirit's going to use this Aegis, just clean up some tier 2s, open up the map. Because you do have the Storm, and Storm is fantastic at finding these pickoffs. He's a hero that's going to scale really well throughout the game. So the more towers you have down, the safer you feel to zip in, even if you don't break high ground coming up here. I don't think you will, since Luna doesn't have the Aegis. I think you want her to have it before you hit high ground.
I think this is one of those scenarios, yeah, where if your Luna goes high ground, she still just gets like blink stomp doomed, and she probably dies. So I don't know how easy it is to really push high ground without the Aegis being on the Luna. I think putting it on the Storm gives you time to farm up and get to your next big items, but you got to be very careful
from the base.
Okay, yeah,
they're walk up and poke.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't defend the high ground, Luna has no problem taking it. The TPs are coming in. They're going to scout some of these, but the tier 3 is dead. And we'll just back away.
I feel like that's where the experience of different teams comes into play. You just thought you had a little bit more time than you did, and you just lose your tier 3 for that. And that's kind of what you want. You just want to force them back. Otherwise, they're going to out-farm you on the map, but poke that tier 3. You actually get that tier 3. They're all back in their base, so you see Team Spirit just start to
They're going to jump in top. Ooh. Eclipse plus the help from Laurel. It's going to take down the Snapfire. And another region. How many good power runes have we seen for Laurel this game? He's put them all to use. Absolutely good stuff from him.
Regen's another one that's got to change. Rune's broken.
This rune's crazy. I'd be fine if, I was gonna say maybe you like keep it the same and like buff some of the weaker runes, but then it just makes like runes way too important for certain heroes.
Sounds like I'm being killed by mid players no matter what rune
yeah, they get. Yeah, right. Like, I guess I just die to a random illusion. All right, we'll see. Ceremonial Robe for the Storm Spirit. That's a great one.
Wisdom rune steal as well. I see an arcane rune on the map. There's another one for Storm to head over to. They have this ward behind the tier 2 though.
These are big. Like getting double Craggy Coat for the side of Spirit. Like this item is so value for them, right? The amount of minus armor that you get from them. You now just have Craggy Coats coming out, which Malik did get one. I'm assuming he's gonna, you know, swap it in eventually, but super valuable item here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Both teams unsure. Well, I think Palianytsia actually has a rough idea of where Spirit is, but Spirit is very confused about where Palianytsia is. So now Satanic walks up here, finds Crystallize. Oh, a little awkward.
I think he saw the hands waving and he thought immediately it might have been a Requiem.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was like, oh, never mind, it's TP. You know, so a little bit awkward. Mid lane though, he committed the BKB and Laurel just dives him and takes the kill. No way. Kreger with his own BKB will find a return onto the Hoodwink, but what? I mean, talk about power runes on Storm Spirit. Arcane gets put to insane use, takes down the Shadow Fiend inside of his own base.
Yeah, probably letting down his guard, wasn't ready for that. He's like, oh, I just got away from Luna. I think you're
He's
safe.
still here. Chain stuns will be enough. They got him.
That dude's health bar just melted so quickly. Now you got a Luna in your base.
This
Don't want to buy
game's
back
falling
here,
apart.
but this is, I think you have to.
I mean, I think you can honestly threaten mid lane into tier 4s.
I think so.
Satanic is all 23, dude.
Right. They're opting for the mid lane, so they won't go tier 4s, but they should think you can do this.
You easily get this, yeah. And unless they're buying back on Doom, that's the only way Satanic dies here.
Okay, they're going to use Mortimer's Kisses to at least defend the barracks.
Okay. They will respect the respawns. And then we'll just continue to farm it up. And I don't know if you noticed, another rune for Laurel.
It's a good one.
Amplify damage this time.
I mean, Laurel's found so many pickoffs. Like, I think you actually could force that, but playing it safe, perfectly fine. And you just wait. Like, Laurel will eventually find someone, as he's done, was it 12 times this game so far?
Yeah.
So once he finds a pickoff, then you can go in much safer. Don't risk throwing any fights. And if you don't find anything, well, Roshan could start to spawn in about 30 seconds. You can just get that for yourselves, stick it on the Luna. No longer have to be worried about getting doomed.
Has Laurel died?
Lost his courier, though.
Yeah, that one's a little rough. That was the full Lincoln Sphere. I was trying to think if Laurel's died since, like, the lane stage, but I'm guessing he has. Yeah, maybe. Because he's got so many galvanized stacks.
15.
They're going to see the Shadow Fiend TPing in. Satanic seemingly unbothered here as just continuing to shove down this lane of barracks. It's up to Doom. He's got to come in. He gets the Doom, the connection to the chain stop, but the BKB comes out in time. They weren't there. Fortnite sets his team up, but you needed the Rolling Thunder to chain stun down this Luna. He does connect onto the backside, and then finally they get the Luna. 95 seconds. She's taken out of the map, and Maposhka will drop to Crystallize as well. Fortnite, a nice stomp onto the high ground, finds two. Laurel with his own BKB. Jump in from Kreger, able to hold Malik in place. A big Requiem, fearing down Malik. Do they get the kill? They do. A 1 for 3. Again, the only hero that's going to set up this Luna to die is this Doom. Well played.
Palianytsia. So we're going to see, right? See, I feel like I'm not sure who's getting baited because Palianytsia is being a little slow to get in position to defend these buildings. So they're losing like the tier 3 no contest. But then it's baiting them in. They're like, oh, I guess they're not doing this. Well, they'll stick around. And then Palianytsia jumping in and worked out here. They find the Luna, overall win that fight. Get into Roche position, but unfortunately a bit of a longer spawn once we get out of this replay. But here, yeah, the Storm managed to clean up Fortnite, man. But overall, pretty good for Palianytsia. Does open up your base though, so if you lose one fight, it's probably just it. Like all your barracks into the Ancient gone.
A bit of a long respawn to them. No BKB here quite yet on the Shadow Fiend. He needs 5 seconds. Jump in. Manages to find the Storm. He dies. Oh my goodness. This is the minus armor from the Shadow Fiend. It's still there. Rue gonna try and TP to safety. The Rolling Thunder's gonna cancel it, and now another kill going their way. 4 lasting presence stacks as now Miposhka is gonna be ran down here by Moonlight. The BKB out from Malik into the Pulverize will buy him some space, but Fortnite Man thinking about helping him. Onslaught in. Full team disengaged as Satanic's gonna try and join the fight.
I mean, earlier we were talking about Marcy and Shadow Fiend being a strong lane, but it carries on throughout the game. Like, Marcy's hitting for about 300 damage per unleash, and then you get the negative armor from all the different heroes.
They know it has to soon.
Okay.
They got
talk around.
It was like a little bit over a 2-minute spawn. Satanic's just gonna threaten the mid lane barracks. It falls so fast, dude. All right, you've got to get back. Hook shots, and he gets the Shadow Fiend. Really well played from Miposhka, and with that, Satanic might just get mega creeps. He's gonna look for the assassin here on the backside.
No way.
He's got the Eclipse primed, ready to go. He gets one, now looking for another with the Primal Beast. Both supports dead, and mega creeps will be secured. Oh my goodness, what a play from the Clockwork. He has been the playmaker this whole game. Is now Crystallize, he's caught. Doom is out onto the Luna, but Crystallize will lose his first life. He needs help. Moonlight's coming in here. Do they have the chain stuns onto the Storm? They're gonna try Laurel with a BKB. He gets out on a sliver of health. Now looking for more. Rue in trouble. As Cracker is forced to pop the BKB. Same with Crystallize. They need to leave. They need to leave. In comes Malik. The Pulverize connects onto the Shadow Fiend. Hook shots there. That might just be game. They just GG out immediately. What a series of events here from Spirit. It was looking so good for Palianytsia after that fight, but a game-winning hook shot.
Ranked was getting like some early kills, helped him be a lot stronger. Doing a little boots trick here. Dropped his smoke with boots, drops the boots, has the courier bring it back. So you can get out, place your ward.
Yeah.
Very sneaky. Only really need to do this at high level Dota, but it will let him get that cliff ward, potentially unspotted.
And he's going to try and block Ancients here. That's the other thing most likely with the Sentry. Well, maybe not. All right. Either way, welcome into the stream, everybody. It is Team Spirit versus Palianytsia here. Game number 2 is Team Spirit managed to take the first game of the series. And both teams running back a near identical draft. The only difference is we swapped the carries, Luna and Shadow Fiend on opposite teams. And then the last picks for the mid lane are going to be the Invoker and the Sand King. So a little bit of a mix up there, but very similar ideas and strategies between the games. It's going to come down to execution again. Yeah, they immediately come over here to see if these ancient camps are blocked. So good stuff there. They do not want to give these ones up. It's a huge stimulus for the Sand King once he comes over to clear these. You can get to a very early Blink Dagger.
Kind of like the
Another
bait
3
from
runes.
Miposhka. Since he gets that ward down and then he walks up there with the smoke, he takes the Watcher back at the start, which baits them to like drop that sentry to check for the camp, even though he didn't do it. He's just like pretending like, oh yeah, my team's totally here. We're blocking your camps and stuff. Should give him the advantage in the lane now, right? Or maybe not his lane, because I think it was the Marcy who did it, but that means in the top lane, you got to buy an extra sentry, limited sentry supply. There's also the Sand King in the mid lane that you're going to want sentries for, so.
Absolutely.
Cool idea to bait out a sentry early.
2 denies in the first lane for the Invoker.
It's over.
That's nice. I mean, the first wave, the first 2 waves are pretty important for the Sand King because you need to get your Stinger to like guarantee the CS on wave 2. But now with those denies, he's gonna have a late level 2, and Invoker might get a few more CS. So good stuff from Laurel. And yeah, and of course you can't forget Mastermind. More XP for denies.
Now, Laurel Invoker's solid, and he's got a lot of nice setup on his team, right? A Bushwhack, Clockwork finds someone, Pulverize, a lot of Sunstrike setups.
Ooh, he goes Burrow Strike too to get a little bit of extra damage in there. All right, Moonlight. Okay. Sentry now for the Invoker. He might get start putting this one down soon. Oh, okay. This is why you want Stinger. Oh my god, he denied 3 of them. All right, that's rough. That hurts a lot. You don't really win the war of attrition against an Invoker, right? That's one of the things that like make it very difficult for that lane. Like Invoker can just sustain pretty easily with just Cold Snap if he wants, or just, you know, constant sustain under his tower or auto attacks. So Moonlight's gonna already get stacking. We can talk about some of the side lanes though. Mid lane is going real well for Laurel, so we'll check back there in a few minutes. Same match we saw top side again, and Rue finds a really good bushwhack on a Crystallize, and with this one, that's gonna be first blood for Malik.
Even with the rebound, even with the Lucent Beam, Trample lasts so long. I feel like if this ability was to ever get nerfed, it would be the duration. I feel like it lasts so long, even those small stuns, not enough to stop him from running down the Luna. And I will say, Marcy, usually her strength as a laner with when you take sidekick, you over time, you just hit so hard, tons of free regen. But this is a lane that's trying to kill you right away. 100 to 0. Sidekick does not get to come into play as much. Maybe he'll go for more points in rebound early as opposed to getting... Well, you usually did it anyways, but like you take 1 early point in sidekick for someone like Luna. Maybe not this lane.
Yeah, I mean, they're crushing the lanes right now. Bottom lane is not like amazing for Satanic by any means, but it's going to get easier for him. Like as he builds up souls, Maposhka gets more levels, and Maposhka might start rotating. As mid lane, we're seeing, you know, just absolute domination. 22 and 13 to 9 and 1. That is not how that matchup's supposed to go.
Well, it is how it can go,
Yeah.
unfortunately. It's the tough part of the Sand King, and why you do need to make those stacks early. Oh,
He
nice
forced
fortify.
the wave. Oh, that hurts. That would have been a lot of burst damage on the Laurel, so a really good fort there. They're going to TP in here for the 4-minute runes. Maposhka will just force him to grab it bottom. Laurel will take the top rune, and this just prevents the bottle refill, right? It's a super valuable TP. He's going to have to go back to his bounty rune to get it. Off the mark there with the scatter blast. Laurel's going to connect with the cold snap. Just get a little bit of health back that way. He tried to break the clarity is what it was, right?
I'm not sure, but...
Top lane. Does he get his hands on the hoodwink? He's trying. Into the trees they go. A nice Lucent Beam. With that extra vision, is going to pop the Lotus and a salve here and try to get away from Malik. It's going to take him a moment to close the gap. He could go for a cheeky little dispose play here onto the low ground. Yep, there it is.
Very nice.
That's the way to do it. Nicely done from the Marcy. No onslaught, right? So Malik can't chase.
Gonna get him out of there. Pretty happy with that one in the top lane. Though Primal Beast still farming pretty well. So maybe you're not too upset.
Yeah, really good block there from Maposhka. Nah, this is just really good positioning from the Marcy, like kind of just knowing how to avoid any free kills or damage going his way. They're putting a lot of tension on Moonlight again in the mid lane. Rue is here. Does have a dust as the cold snap is out. Bushwhack's gonna connect. I don't know if you get the kill for this, but it is just a ton of damage again to force him back in the lane. Top lane, Malik in some trouble. Great cookie out from that Snapfire, as they should be able to finish this hero off. He's tanky, does have an uproar to try and slow them up, but no, gonna go to the way the Snapfire bottom lane. Now looking for Maposhka, managing to trap Fortnite Man in place. He's got the frost armor, but it's not enough. Both off laners gonna go down here in these side lanes.
Takes less investment for Spirit though, which they are using that to punish Moonlight. And even if you don't kill him, every time you force him to burrow strike away, every time you force him to buy another clarity because he gets hit by an EMP, it's slowing him down. He needs that mana to use Sandstorm to farm and to just survive in the lane. hit by the EMP, right? So that goes his entire mana pool.
Yeah, I mean, his only game is to farm the hard camp that he stacked, and Rue has just been sitting here the whole time, denying anything that he can do. So it's really smart. They're not going to give him that chance, and as soon as they see him like back away and try to pop the sandstorm again, they're just going to rotate. So all he can do is just keep pushing mid, and they're just going to take his stack instead. Tramples up in 2 seconds. This whole thing is going to go to Malik. This is such a smart play. It's going to, I was going to say, it's going to cost your Wisdom Rune, but never mind. Rue gets it anyway, and Miposhka's on the opposite side of the map. Takes it away, dies to the Doom, but these little plays add up so much. Look at the XP differences in this game right now.
Those supports, these are not, Marcy and Snapfire are not supports who want to be underleveled. You really want that Mortimer's Kiss is online early to get kills. Same with Unleash. You don't farm very well. Snapfire can, but Marcy doesn't really. They're going to try to rotate through the Twin Gate, see if you can find a kill, get something going back your way.
Miposhka's here. It's not easy, but you have Doom available. You just got to throw it. And there it is, the cookie on in. Do they have the damage to finish him off? It looks like he might have enough help. In comes the Luna, as well as the Marcy. They finish it off. Tornado, EMP is out. The Invoker looking to try and finish this off, but a huge stick out from Krekker. In comes Malik. Great Lucid Beam from Crystallize to save him, as they just need to get out. Palianytsia cannot afford to bleed heroes here. And a clean disengage. They bring everybody.
Radiant's middle tower is under
They get out. Okay. Nicely done.
Crystallize has to be a little careful as he comes back top. Still have Pulverize, so they're trying to chase up here.
They see
drops a
this.
sentry that just misses that Observer. That's an uncommon one to have at this time of the game. Well, at least in pubs. At the pro level, it makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah,
because we
a lot
see
of
so
times
many
you'll see
twin
it
gate
on
rotations.
the gate itself, right?
Yeah.
But they will lose the top tier to 1 tower for Palianytsia. Malik once again looking really good on his Primal Beast. Gonna go for the pretty much identical build, right? So that's Soul Ring into Blade Mail. Laurel bottom lane, Tornado, EMP is out. Actually doesn't have the mana for the Cold Snap. It's okay. Burns a lot of mana away from this Doom. Continuing to farm up. Smoke out from Palianytsia. Moonlight. It's gonna pop. Question is, who do you find? It's gonna be Miposhka. I actually don't know if you can kill this guy. He's just gonna walk away. Cookie on forward. They got him. Okay. Nice kill here. Malik just gonna try and walk this one out as he walks into the Luna. He's does not want to trade. GP's coming to the bottom lane.
Past the Sand King.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Just getting out of here.
Dire's middle tower is under
Fortnite man gonna get found here in the trees. Cold Snap is out. Malik in with the Pulverize. Should have the Onslaught to follow it up with the Trample. Is it enough damage? It should be, absolutely.
So Luna's getting some space from this, but the thing is that both playmakers on Palianytsia are struggling a little bit. The Sand King and the Doom, and then the supports being underleveled as well. So even if Luna's having a good time, she's not going to have any space because she is not going to join these fights to help her team do anything.
I mean, she's actually scouted right now by the Invoker, topside. They're chasing after Krekker here, but Laurel, he's trying to make this game rough for Crystallize. Krekker's just going to run to the base. He's like, I don't want to give up a death to the heroes, but what can you do? They're going to try and give it to Satanic. That's nice. Blood Grenade out for the slow. Double raise out. Gives himself that permanent temporary stack, as we like to say.
Keep that going temporarily, permanently.
All right. This is the level disadvantage, right? Both your supports not level 6 yet for Palianytsia. Meanwhile, you have Sharpshooter online. Clockwork a little bit underleveled from what we saw last game, but he still managed to get a lot done on the map.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And it looks like they're going to give Clockwork the bottom lane now so he can finally get his 6.
I like this. This is smart. Invoker plus Clockwork is pretty much a guaranteed kill in the mid game once he has that hook shot. So Not surprising they're wanting to give him a little bit of extra XP here.
Minions are scanning.
Overall, you're starting to recover a little bit here on Palianytsia. Like the gold lead is definitely dwindling. That Spirit has had. They got off to a really good start, but they are getting a little bit of space on the Sand King, who is a notoriously fast farmer in Maposhka, dodging a 3-hero gank here thanks to the cogs. They should finish off the tower.
Tower is under attack.
At the same time, it's costing you a little bit in the mid lane.
Yeah, good old Alacrity Invoker. Blood Grenade to pull the
I like
wave.
it.
Under attack.
Seemingly do not care as the dinosaur rotates to the mid lane. We'll just tank the tower. That is it.
Dire's middle tower.
Tier 1, the bottom for mid trade. Happy enough to do that. Laurel grabs an illusion rune for now, as he's almost to his Witchblade, one of the big power spikes for this hero.
They wanted
There it
to
is.
take bottom and then rotate mid, but Sand King and Doom, especially when they're having a slow start, just not very fast at taking towers. Lost them their mid.
Moonlight's got a blink. Okay. Not the slowest blink dagger, honestly, in the world. He's definitely struggled, but he's caught back up to the Invoker. And the blink dagger is your play make. So we'll see if they can manage to connect onto something. The scan, it's on to Krekker. I don't know if they're aware. If there's anyone else, they will scan the Shadow Fiend on the top side of the map. Question is the dive going to pay off or is it going to backfire, right? Because now you're actually kind of stuck between several of Team Spirit's heroes here. They're going to go all the way around instead. Dude, Team Spirit are reading this super well. They're collapsing. They have all 5 heroes on the top side of the map. Hook shots in. They managed to catch the Marcy for now. Dispose into the Unleash. Going to try and cut a way out of those cogs. Able to do so as Fortnite Man's got to run as well. Pops the drums. They're going to be safe and sound. They are still waiting for this Shadow Fiend to show on this top side of the map. The Blink Epi, Burrow Strike into Mortimer Kisses should secure a kill. They will get the Wisdom Runes here at 14 minutes as well.
2 Wisdom Runes to balance out the earlier loss.
Yeah.
It did take a long time to just sit there, though, so you lose some farming efficiency. All right, we have a much calmer game than the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Teams are trying to find moves, but so far both teams doing a great job of reading what's going on. I might find Rue.
Finding anything would be really nice. Luna. Oh, no. Yeah, you got no Bushwhack now. They're actually just going to commit the Eclipse as well to bring him down. So a nice little, you know, pick off there. The gold going into Crystallize on this Luna. Always really nice.
Is under attack.
As this right going to switch to nighttime, and that will definitely benefit the Luna as she gets closer to that Manta style.
They're going top. Charging the Epi.
Oh, Blink, Epicenter, they finally find Satanic, the cookie for the chain stuns. The Mortimer Kisses are there, and Satanic will go down. They have been waiting for so long to find this opening. Laurel actually off the mark with the tornado. Needs to be, oh, okay, bye, man. I was gonna say, needs to be careful of the Doom, but Doom just lost all of his mana. Great Burrow Strike onto 2. In comes Krekker, but a great hook shot in from Aposhka. Deafening Blast will push them out. The Sand King's the one that's in trouble instead. And now Malik trying to chase down this Marcy. An onslaught in 1. Who's he gonna get him? No, he will not. Top side though. Cold snaps out onto the Snapfire. Another tornado should connect as Fortnite Man holding the Doom still. Continuing the chase. Great Bushwhack, and that should allow them to close the gap. Malik, he's back from mid lane, baby. Oh my gosh, what a series of kills there.
Catch sight of Snap, but she does sneak out just in time. Still, Team Spirit pretty happy with how that went. in the end. Snapfire kind of knows, like, I think they have vision here.
Yeah. As soon as you
He
go
knew
for that
where to go
bushwhack
for
play.
that one.
Shadow Fiend, Shadow Blade.
A classic.
He did walk through a ward, though, so he is about to get ran at by the Marcy, who has a very fortunate rune. Dispose into the Blink Dagger of Moonlight. Do they have the kill? Onslaught's coming through. In comes the Eclipse from the Luna. Crystallize needs to get away, but the Manta. He's still going to finish it to help bring down the Sand King, but in comes Fortnite Man on the backside looking for the catch. They want to get Malik here on this Primal Beast. He just dooms him from downtown.
You're doing very well.
Oh!
Very proud of you.
Sunstrike almost finishes the Marcy. Fortunately for him, it's only a level 2 Exort.
All right. Signs of life here for Palianytsia as they're looking quite good, pulling this game back in. The supports getting really active. And a lot of space now for Crystallize. And 2 deaths back-to-back on the Shadow Fiend. Like, this massively slows down his game. Really good Tornado here, EMP, but Crystallize with the Manta makes it too difficult for Malik to connect on that Pulverize, and that's all you need. A little bit of space.
This time, Palianytsia doing a much better job this game finding kind of pickoffs. Just cursed
Pitched
them.
it again.
Oh.
Blink, Burrow Strike, Epicenter into the Mortimer Kisses, this time taking down the Invoker. A 1-for-1 trade, but you will get the Clockwork as well. All right, you got to respect the Sand King, even though he's, the lowest net worth core. It's one of the reasons he's been so strong in recent events. Just that Blink, Burrow Strike.
It's all you need when you pick these high damage supports. Just need someone to start things, because the supports are not rushing Blink. I mean, they can try, but it's going to be slow. But that's why if you can have a core hero be the playmaker, it's so much easier to set up for the rest of the team.
Ward scouting the rotation top. No Doom for about 45 seconds, but does have a BKB now. So he might be able to make a bait play. They do see Marcy on the top side. You gotta try and save him. He gets the BKB, but the damage from the Shadow Fiend. Nearly finished. Oh, the Sharpshooter gets tanked from the Snapfire. Like a magic pixel there protecting him.
Thought he was
very
chain
close.
stunned, but I guess there was a window to get that BKB off.
Is he gonna get Sunstriked? Does he go for it?
That would be sick.
Nah.
It's kind of low level though. It's still only level 3 Exort.
Yeah, 300 damage.
Smoke. Look bottom.
Ooh. Burrow Strike to safety, but how safe as the Bushwhack's going to connect? Malik is here on the Primal Beast. Hook shot is in. He clips out from Crystallize, though. They're trying to finish off Maposhka and get Moonlight out. He's going to make it. Sharpshooter, op main. Oh! 11 HP, barely surviving. He's out.
Practicing to be an op main.
Yeah. I mean, he hit the shot.
Need the headshot to finish it.
Yeah.
It's a body shot.
Caught him in the big toe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All right, BKB for the Luna is a big pickup. Palianytsia with their first real lead of the game here, 2,000, 12-2. As they grab their Tormentor Shard for the Snapfire, one of the better ones. I love, this is gonna help accelerate his game so much. You can very easily clear waves. You do a lot more damage in these fights. We should be seeing the Shadow Fiend rotating over to help grab this one, and it's just a second. Gonna bring the Hoodwink as well, it seems. Just taking their sweet time.
This is actually a pretty good shard if you can get on Hoodwink. There's a lot of magic damage from their team. It's not bad on Maposhka either. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get it. The jetpack's pretty useful for scouting. You don't need it to avoid any enemy terrain this game, but just having the flying vision in team fights might help you find the Doom hiding somewhere, Sand King hiding somewhere.
Yeah, of course. So Roche, bottom side of the map here, we have multiple heroes from Palianytsia. I think it's go time, right? They're going to TP in the Doom as well. Close enough on the Sand King. They are going to scout this with the Flare pretty much immediately. But I think you can force the fight, right? You've got Doom. You've got the Burrow Strike Epicenter. And they're going to try and respond. The BKB done on the Shadow Fiend.
Dire's middle tower
Who gets the initiation? A little bit easier, I'd say, with a Clockwork, but Crystallize. Taking
Can't do this on
decent
his
chunk
own.
of damage from the
Yeah, you
Roche,
gotta
yeah.
be careful.
Down to like half HP.
Maybe you're
Ward
just trying to
Sentry's
bait him
placed.
in.
Ward Sentry plays the other way. Snapfire wants to clean this one up. Fortnite goes in. Great Tornado catches 3. Malik's going to go in, but a nice BKB out. They've caught Satanic. He's going to try and stand his ground, deal the damage back the other way. The Sand King is just destroyed. Crystallize gets nothing out of this Eclipse BKB. He has to run. 2 dead, 3 dead actually as a buyback comes through from the Snapfire, but this fight is going the whole way of Palianytsia, but they managed to take him down. The support's doing the damage here. Shadow Fiend hits the deck. So Luna just TP'd out, and now it's Krekker all alone here. 1v4, Tornado Sunstrike on the mark from Laurel. Gets himself a triple kill. It's not the easiest roast for them to take, but I think they can do it here. Invoker does quite a bit of damage.
Looks like they might want to just secure this tier 1 first. Make sure as heroes respawn, they can't just TP in to fight them. But yeah, we see in this replay, so both teams know what's going on when the second set of observers and sentries gets dropped. But you see the Onslaught just hit so many heroes. Even though Doom BKBs in time, everyone kind of funneled in for that D ward, which allowed them to just destroy the Snapfire right away, remove her ultimate, remove the cookie. So much early damage right now before all the other BKBs are up. Krekker does manage to finish off the Shadow Fiend at least. Marcy is something to keep an eye out on this guy. He's doing great.
Yeah. The 3-hero Tornado EMP just ruins this fight for the side of Palianytsia. Like, I think, again, one of those moments where I think Palianytsia might just be a little bit more afraid of Spirit and are not willing to just make the blink initiations when they need to. Like, if you don't have, like, perfect vision, but you know, like, they saw the Clockwork, right, on the ward. Like, maybe you just blink in BKB on the Doom and try and get some vision, and then your Sand King can follow it up. But a little bit too slow. Laurel punishes them for it and sets up Spirit for a really good fight. They grab the Roshan now. Aegis into the hands of Satanic. And mid lane, Moonlight in some trouble here. Laurel just ripping through him with the help of the Hoodwink, and that's a huge kill.
That was a very fast move. He
looking
left
for more.
while they were doing Roche, so you think they're all down there, but he's already here.
Yeah,
Themselves a second kill on Snapfire because of that.
absolutely massive.
Hand it over to the Sunstrike. This is... We were saying it mattered in game 1. Team Spirit just being able to play maybe a little bit faster.
Crystallize?
Ah!
Oh my god.
Okay.
This guy's so good. All right. I mean, he doesn't see him. He just guesses, right? That he's just going to TP out from the ring. Like, there was no flare. Hook shot was off the mark. He just went with the double raise, gets the kill. Very well played from the Shadow Fiend.
It's weird. My first raise didn't get the kill. Better throw out the next one. That was close. A nice try from Luna, but another death. I
That's a
didn't
solo
fully
kill.
see how we get caught. Was it a Requiem surprise from the Shadow Blade?
My favorite dessert. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's going to be always a threat, right? The Sunstrike with the Sharpshooter added onto the Pulverize. You're always going to connect on those. You're going to look for Satanic. Epicenter gets thrown. They're going to be able to connect onto the cookie. They don't want to connect on the Doom quite yet. They just got to finish off Satanic. He just beats down these heroes. He's too strong. Laurel just helps them out. They're all dead. It's a triple kill immediately for Satanic.
He just got 4 lasting presence stacks in front of your base. Goodbye, tower. It was nice knowing you.
I mean, this is... Invoker
maybe find
up
Laurel?
aggressively on the high ground. They actually don't have do they have detection? They do, but Satanic is still just doing way too much. He will finally die, but Crystallize commits everything to secure this kill, and it's going to cost him his life. They just need one more auto attack. Malik will run him down. Doom comes up from Fortnite Man onto the hoodwink, but goodbye. Satanic is way too strong. The minus armor. Look at this. 7 stacks of the lasting presence. It is minus 24 AoE armor, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's a lot.
Math. For whatever reason, he keeps it through Aegis. It's interesting what stuff you keep through Aegis and don't, but because of that, he's at 7.
Yeah, 21 minus armor. My apologies. He might die here. He will die. He gets punished for this one, but it's going to cost you 2 more heroes. Luna's going to buy back for this one, of course. Pulverizes out, but Crystallize able to finish off that Primal Beast. All right, a big punish out there from Palianytsia, but
You were doing very well. I'm very proud.
still a costly defense.
Nice chain stun. They know he's kind of, I won't say out here on his own, but you know it's only 3 heroes. But
Yeah.
still the Death Requiem doing so much damage at the end, allowing them to at least get something in return. Your Luna, you know, should get some farming time, but all those buybacks is such an economic blow to Palianytsia that it's 16k now.
I get that they wanted to like put the aura to use to try and crack the high ground, but I feel like the safer play, just back off, kind of reset for a moment, and just look for pickoffs. Because if you can keep the stacks up of the lasting presence, that's all you need, right? So now, unfortunately, he's going to lose the bonus damage plus the stacks. A little bit costly there from Spirit, but they're still very comfortably in the lead. 17,000 gold advantage.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, essentially, your two... So the carries are close, the Luna and the Shadow Fiend. But your Invoker and Primal Beast each have 1 extra item over their counterparts. So all future fights should be much easier. And whoever you end up killing, they're on dieback. So your Shadow Fiend, assuming he gets... Yeah, you know, he's in range for a stack. It won't be as many as he had before, but even just 1 or 2 extra stacks should let him possibly just finish up this game.
Yeah. Arl trying to stop the creep cut here of the Luna. We'll be able to. So they really want to start pressuring this tier 2 bottom. I don't blame them, right? Like getting this last outer tower will open up the ability to go high ground for either lane. There is a smoke out from Palianytsia. They see Satanic. He's got a shield rune though. The blink, the Doom comes in. They got him. There's no hesitation this time. Very nice play. Dust does catch Laurel. The question is, will they be able to see him? They've got the Luna, bonus vision. In comes Malik, jump on forward, Crystallize, no BKB. The Sharpshooter slightly off the mark, but the Pulverize plus the break from Malik, this brand new Aghanim Scepter, doing a lot of work, saved by a Glimmer Cape. Does he actually survive? They will turn it around. The Burrow Strike into an Eclipse. Malik's gonna hit the deck. Rue doing his best to clean this one up. The Bushwhack is out. The hook shot in from Maposhka. They got him. That is a dieback on the Luna, and Laurel will finish off the Invoker. Moonlight needs to run. They're gonna chase him. Clockwork will trap him in the cogs, and in comes Laurel. The support duo of Spirit has absolutely owned this series.
Killing spree on these supports. They're finishing up the kills here. And these death timers are so long. Invoker, who he's been going that right-click build, he's going to start taking some buildings. Great call from Spirit, recognizing how much they committed to kill the Shadow Fiend, which allows them to turn and take this fight here. They still had their BKBs. Luna has to spend most of this fight running, but the Glimmer save does keep her alive long enough to at least pick up a Primal Beast kill with the Eclipse. But
yeah,
those supports, they're scary, coming in, finishing up all of these kills.
I mean, Primal Beast Aghanim Scepter did so much damage in this fight as well. I did not know he finished it, but yeah, it absolutely owned.
Back to the present. They've already taken the tier 2. Satanic is back up, and you have 40 seconds without your Luna.
Oh, they're gonna go in. Just do some damage here onto the Shadow Fiend to dispose back in. The Mortimer kisses are out, but he just stands his ground with that BKB, but he needs to get out of here. Into the base, Malik trying to force them back. They get the Sand King. Laurel just crushes him with his BKB. And now your base is exposed. 20 seconds till your Luna is back. Gleipnir, however, is going to catch this Snapfire, sentries down, traps them outside the fountain. And they're now just going to look to end this one. They've got their eyes on the tier 4s. 1 fortification still remaining and 1 lane of barracks. These guys do so much building damage. Minus 11 armor coming from the presence here as Luna, she actually tried to TP and aggressive, gets caught for the moment. Requiem's going to connect. Crystallize with a nice BKB, but the Pulverize is there, and that will seal their fate. GG comes out, and Spirit will take the series 2-0.
I think that attempt at the end is pretty much what they have to do.